Both starters today got pulled at 4 1/3 innings, which was surprising to me just because of pitch count and the game situation. Um, it happens, though. I knew Logan would probably be pulled when he get to 90. It was really weird. The fifth inning had no runs scored in it, and the Royals had scored 1 run in the first when Salvador Perez hit a single, and it just sort of scored one of the runners. And nothing really happened until the bottom of the sixth when Randy hit his fourth homer in the last 3 days, which was epic. And then the Mariners got the bases pretty good, which Julio had a single, uh, moved Ben Williamson to home, Cole Young to third, and this is in the seventh. Then Randy had a sac fly to score Cole Young. And then in the top of the eighth, unfortunately, Matt Brash gave up his first run of the season on a sharp line drive to Julio, and Bobby Witt Jr. scored. That was to Salvador Perez, who's just lived on base. But yeah, Logan Gilbert, 4 2/3, 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts on like 92 pitches. So I understood pulling him out. But Cameron, 4 2/3, 4 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts on 80 pitches. There were runners at first and second, or second and third at that point, but it was just. I didn't quite understand why they pulled him. There were runners at second and third. No, wait. Mitch Garver singled, Dylan Moore striked out, Ben Williamson walked, Cole Young flied, JP singled, and then they did a pitching change and Julio Rodriguez flew out on one pitch. It was really weird. Like, I understood that Julio was coming up, but like Julio at that point was over 2. It over 1 actually. Julio at that point wasn't really a threat. It felt weird. Cal had a day off on the day that he got named as the AL All Star catching starter, which was really nice for him. JP went 2 for 3 with a sac hit. Julio 1 for 4. Randy 2 for 3 with a sac fly. He did score a run. First base had Solano for 2 at bats and Rayleigh for 2, and they went 0 for 4 combined with a strikeout. Polanco went 0 for 4 with a strikeout. I didn't even notice him today. He was the DH. I barely noticed him. Garver 2 for 4, struck out once. Quietly, his batting average is up to 230. Demo went 0 for 2, then had Canzone come in for him, and he went 0 for 2. Ben Williamson had some decent defensive play, 1 for 2 with a walk, and Cole Young got on. How the hell did Cole Young get on base? It's saying Cole Young was. Oh, did they rule that an error? No, it's not ruled an error. How did Cole Young get on base? I am so confused. I think the box score is wrong. It says Cole Young was 0 for 3 with a strikeout with a run. We Mariners had 8 hits, 3 runs, 3 ribbies, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. Royals had 14 strikeouts, 4 walks, and 6 hits, 2 runs. So the Mariners had 9 base runners to, well, 10 base runners to the 8 that the Royals had. Doubling the strikeouts for the Mariners is really good. Both teams executed a sack today, where the Royals went 2 for 9 with runners in scoring position, and the Mariners went 2 for 6. Mariners had less opportunities, but were successful in those opportunities and had that solo home run. Spear had 3 strikeouts. Vargas had 2. Brash had 1. Had a hold. Vargas was credited with the win. Unfortunately, Vargas's ERA is no longer a 0.00, now a 0.49. And then Mooney has another scoreless inning. 1 strikeout, 1.13 ERA. Mariners are doing really well right now. I think that this was a game that they needed to win just after the loss yesterday, where it just felt like a loss that was honestly a lot on Emerson Hancock. Emerson Hancock got optioned down to AAA Tacoma. He cannot come back up for 15 days, so he is in Tacoma until after the All-Star break. I do believe Logan Evans is probably going to come up and take that next spot in the rotation for Bryce. It was a pretty decent day. Game took 2 hours 38 minutes. 24,000 attendance on a Wednesday. Wow, that's really bad. Neither starter was involved in the decision, and I don't like that. I don't like that. I know you need to go 5 innings to get a decision, but what I don't like is both got pulled at an Logan should have been able to go another third of an inning, another out, and Cameron should have probably been able to get into the sixth. If Cameron could get Julio and go into the sixth, he's probably got a win there. He's probably got a win. And I'm just saying this as like a fan of baseball and wishing that like there was an ability for a 300 pitch or 300 win pitcher to happen again on today when Clayton Kershaw joined the 20th member of the 3,000 strikeout club. Wishing for that to happen, but I'm glad the Mariners win. So I'm glad ultimately that they chose to take him out of the game.
I'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch today's video, whether it was about the Mariners, sports predictions, or anything else that I have made videos about. I want to give you information about other channels where you can reach me. I'm on Patreon at Sammy5436 for $1 a month. Right now on Patreon, all that really gets you is access to Mariners recaps 12 or so hours before they are available on YouTube and TikTok. I'm also available on Instagram at Sammy54362 and at SamanthaP54361. That second one is a business account. I can be found on Cameo at Sammy5436. That is an account that I think you should definitely follow because right now cameos are $7 and they will be there for the foreseeable future because I right now understand that the economy is in a bit of a downturn. So if you want to support, I do appreciate that. You can also find me on TikTok at Sammy5436. I do also have 3 other YouTube channels that are linked to this channel. All of this information can be found linked in the video descriptions of every one of my videos for the most part, other than shorts. And for business inquiries, you can email me at samanthapond54361 at outlook.com. I do want to advise you that for business inquiries, they do need to be professional, and as they come through to me, I will respond to them as I see fit. Anything that you have that is business related sent to that email will be reviewed and looked at by me. I generally take a look at my emails twice a week from that email account, though there are times where it is more frequent and times where it is less frequent. I also have premium content on a battle pass that's $4.99 a month. No, $5.99 a month, and you can find that you know where with the username Sammy5436. I'm also planning on potentially doing some live streaming at Sammy5436 on YouTube, on Twitch, on some other live streaming platforms, because I think that would be a great way for me to grow. Thank you for tuning in.